All right.
Back again.
Better lighting this time.
Yeah.
Last time. Yeah.
Two good-looking fellas over here.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The whiskey never gets better.
No.
We drink the worst whiskey you've ever had at this bar.
We do this for you.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that one hit different for some reason.
Inhaled a little bit?
Probably.
Switch out. There you go. It's like a magician's trick. He's switching out for his beer. There we go.
Okay.
So, tonight we watched one of my childhood favorites, and still one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Cyborg, 1989. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, yeah. Action Man. Doesn't talk a lot in this movie.
Nobody talks a lot in this movie. I love it. What do you have to say, really?
Me? Oh,
I mean, in the people in the movie.
Yeah, everybody knows what happens.
I love this. I like the sparse dialogue.
Yeah. I guess, the other post-apocalyptic movie, which is not like the same thing, but there was more dialogue than that. Was it Boy and His Dog?
Boy and His Dog.
Yeah.
Very different movie. And I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
I love the post-apocalyptic genre. I love, of course, we mentioned Fallout with the Boy and His Dog. I love the Road Warrior, Mad Max. Even Beyond Thunderdome, I like Beyond Thunderdome.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is one of my favorite post-apocalyptic movies. It does it the right way. It gets the feeling of it right.
Yeah.
And it's just the right kind of costumes, the right kind of settings. Everything is just fucking bleak, depressing, and also kind of wacky.
Yeah.
And fun.
Got the nail guns. I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
They made some nail guns in it.
Gas-powered nail guns.
Yeah.
So this movie, I'm going to give some cool backstory. Cyborg fans may not know. So the director of this movie, Albert Pyun, in 1987, he was supposed to simultaneously shoot a He-Man movie and a Spider-Man movie.
Wait, what?
He was
supposed to shoot 3 movies at once?
No. He was supposed to shoot a He-Man movie and a Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
They spent like $2 million on sets and costumes. And then whatever company, I think it was Canon Films, said, we can't do that. We've run out of money.
Yeah.
So he wrote a script in a weekend.
Okay. And this is like all leftover like costumes from the He-Man movie?
The costumes and the sets, like at the end of the movie, the big kind of city set they're in.
Yeah.
That was all built for a Spider-Man movie.
At the end?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Like that city area that they fight in, and then they put like all the trees and stuff, so that they apocalypsed it up.
Huh.
But
curious to see what that Spider-Man movie could have been.
Yeah, from 1987. I mean, 1987, 88.
Yeah.
So Cyborg came out in 89. So basically, they were like, you got to do something, get some of this money, do something with it.
Get something back from it. Yeah.
He originally envisioned Chuck Norris for the lead character, Gibson Rickenbacker.
I don't see that happening.
Would have been a mistake.
Yeah, would have been awful.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. They brought in Jean-Claude Van Damme, young phenom.
Yeah. He's got to do some rough stuff. Chuck Norris can't.
Chuck Norris, listen, Chuck Norris is a karate champion. He's a badass. I don't know if he can do the splits. He couldn't do the split kill the way Van Damme did.
You have to do a split kill, especially with Van Damme.
It was just, so here's the movie. For people that haven't seen this movie, I would put I have probably 2 favorite Van Damme movies. I like Kickboxer. Kickboxer's good. Yeah. But my 2 favorites are Bloodsport and Cyborg. Very different movies.
Yep.
This is a post-apocalyptic action, a little bit of drama, and also honestly a little bit of horror. Because to me, as a kid, the main villain in this movie is fucking terrifying. He's terrifying.
Why
He's
is he so
terrifying.
terrifying?
Because I was a little kid. And he scared the shit out
A
of me.
man with blue eyes terrifies you.
I mean, this guy, he looks scary.
Yeah. His
And he's like,
actions.
saws people's heads off.
Like, I noticed the baby heads. That looked weird. You know, but yeah. Like that, like, yeah. I'd be terrified of his actions, but not him.
No, you wouldn't. You would be terrified of him.
No.
So the whole setup of this movie, the people that I don't know, there's this woman that becomes a cyborg. She's at the CDC in Atlanta, and they're like, we have people in New York City figured out a cure for the plague, this plague that has destroyed the world. We got to turn you into a cyborg. We got to send you to New York. You got to download the cure into your brain body.
Did they actually explain why she had become a cyborg?
Because it was the only way to interface with whatever thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a movie thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like if you're on a roller coaster, you don't midway through the roller coaster go, well, how does this one turn work? I mean, what are the physics? You just don't care. You just ride along with it. You know what I'm saying, Patrick? You just take the ride for what it is.
I just can't. I'm like, why all of a sudden? Yeah, the only way to go to New York and get this information is you got to become a cyborg.
We have to turn you into a non-human.
Yeah, it's just I don't get that at all.
Just go with it, man. Just go with it.
What happened to planes? Did they all get destroyed? Like,
I mean, shit looked pretty fucked up.
This plague happened. A plague had happened and ruined the world.
Well,
I guess all pilots are dead.
well, and not even a plane. It's just like, okay, why can't we just take a hard drive and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a little USB.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
it was 1989.
Floppy disks.
Floppy disk. Okay,
Yeah.
why can't we take a stack of floppy disks?
Yes.
And have this like Jerry Curl fucking warrior dude go and take it?
Yeah.
And, you know, okay.
Kurt Russell could have done it. We've seen 2 or 3 movies of him escaping from different cities.
That's true. He does
Yeah.
escape from cities. He does that. Science stations,
Yeah.
cities, prisons.
Little China.
Yeah, Little
Yeah.
China.
They hired the wrong guy for this.
Wow, what if Kurt Russell, instead of Chuck Norris or Van Damme, what if Kurt Russell?
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit. I gotta think about this. Anyway, we'll just take it. We'll take it at face value. So anyway, cyborg woman. She's going to New York and she's being helped by this dude. She gets the brain download or whatever she gets. She gets
Yeah. She gets the info.
and they're trying to get back to Atlanta and they get attacked by Fender's gang.
Yes.
Fender is the villain I'm so terrified of.
Yes.
Still to this day.
The giant man with blue eyes.
With blue eyes and rotting teeth.
Yeah.
Super ripped.
Beginning, he talks. He's like, I like pain. I don't want the world to get better.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, well, this will save the world. I like the world. I like the world. Guy tells him, this is the one that always got me as a kid. He kills the guy that's helping the cyborg.
Yeah.
And he's like, go to hell. He's like, been there. Been there.
What does he do to him? Does he just break his neck? I don't remember.
Yeah, he like stabs him or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. But along the way, as the cyborg she's getting chased and her guardian gets killed, Van Damme kind of stumbles into him.
Yeah.
He helps her out. She gets captured. She's like, I gotta go to Atlanta because I'm gonna save everybody.
Yeah.
Fender, the villain, is gonna take her to Atlanta to try to get everything he can out of the people in Atlanta and then kill,
Yeah.
he wants to stop her, but he's going to take her there to try to get
something out of
it.
it.
And then he's just going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
So Van Damme gets drawn into following her, and along the way he picks up this young hot thing with a duck face.
Yeah,
and
with the weird lips.
weird lips.
Yeah. He
And
didn't like her boobs too much.
They were kind of lopsided. I mean, they were big.
Weird boobs.
They were kind of lopsided. And and now we have we get a little bit of Van Damme's backstory. He's what's called a slinger.
Yeah, I don't understand
A
the term.
slinger is sort of like a mercenary that is hired to help guide people
Oh, okay.
out of the city, out through.
Van Damme knows how
He's
to
like
get
a
out of the
ranger,
city. Yeah.
right? He's helping people. He guides people to safer places. So he's basically transporting this family. So you get flashbacks with him and he's this family. He's got a mother and 2 kids.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Just to escape from cities.
I can't. I still think Van Damme was the right choice. So then, so you got these flashbacks, but then Van Damme is basically helping. He's with this one girl, but he's trying to track down this cyborg.
We'll go into the flashbacks for a minute.
Yeah.
He wasn't really into the girl. So, like, the flashback, there's a woman, I guess they were at the dad's gravesite or where he died at.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go. I don't got time to be wasted.
Well, yeah, they just hired him.
Yeah, just hired him. She gives him canned food as money. Because that's all you have in a post-apocalyptic world.
Very much just like in A Boy and His Dog.
Yeah.
He can of beets to get into the movie. Yeah.
And then, like, in like one of the flashbacks, like, the mom with the 2 daughters, or daughter and son, whatever, like, she's like, yeah, we can make a home for us here. And he just looks so confused. Just like, what are you talking about?
He's an enigmatic warrior.
I don't know why he agreed. The woman, no.
She's cute. I mean, she had short hair. I'm not into short hair.
I'm not either, but like just the whole mannerism with him, like, your dude just died. I'm taking you out of the city. I'm a rebound now at this point. It's what's going on now. I just don't buy that he was ready to make a family.
Women are always ready to level up. She found Van Damme.
He was still alive.
I'm ready for the upgrade.
I know pickings are slim, but
pickings are slim in the plague apocalypse.
I just don't see why he would go for that.
So basically, this guy Fender that has the cyborg has a pass with Jean-Claude Van Damme, who, by the way, is named Gibson Rickenbacker.
Musicians.
I used to have a Gibson guitar and a Rickenbacker bass.
Yeah.
Sold both of them. I don't play anymore, but I used to. They were nice, very nice instruments.
Yeah.
But so he's got a history, and this is one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen in a movie. Mm-hmm. Honestly. So they get Fender and his gang.
Oh yeah, this is in the flashback.
In the past, in the flashback.
Yeah.
They basically there's a well, and there's Jean-Claude Van Damme, the woman and the boy. They're all wrapped up with barbed wire.
I'm confused with that too.
What are you confused about?
How is this barbed wire holding the 3 of them all together?
It's wrapped tight.
I guess. Still a lot of weight though. It would have been piercing to them.
Stop doing this.
They weren't screaming.
They were. There was a lot of screaming.
They were crying.
Everybody was
screaming, freaking out. This wasn't.
Everybody's screaming. So they've got the 3 of them wrapped up with barbed wire over a well.
Yeah.
And then they have the barbed wire, and they have the teenage girl, and Fender says,
"Oh, if you want them to
live or die, it's up to you."
Yeah.
And he hands her the barbed wire, and she can't hold it. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
And it's just tearing her hands up, and she's screaming.
Yeah.
Her family drop into the well. It's really fucked up.
That is one of the most fucked up things that I've seen.
And I saw this as a kid, and I just was I still feel it to this day. I still feel the pain.
Yeah.
I still feel the pain.
It is a rough one to watch.
With blue cheese, right?
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, save that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got my wings.
Yeah. Don't know if I cut that out. I thought I did.
What? Last time? No, you didn't.
No? I'm skimming through.
You don't need to cut it out.
Oh, well.
It's fine. I got
Keeps
some
it
wings.
real.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're in a bar. We're in Tennessee. We're in America. No masks. No social distancing. Fuck you. We're going to talk about Cyborg. We're going to eat wings and drink beer. We're going to do shots of the worst whiskey ever. So anyway, I fucking love this movie. It's great. There's great action. It's not the most intricately choreographed fights.
Oh no.
But they're done in that impactful 80s fashion.
Yeah, you got the constant screaming, like yelling, the over exaggerated facial expressions,
slow motion running at each other.
You got all that to build the hype up. You're like, oh shit. But, still, like, one of my favorite moments in the fighting scenes was you see the signature Jean-Claude split. He was in the sewers.
So good.
Yeah.
Like I say, as a kid, that was one of those iconic moments for me. I'm just like, that is the most fucking badass thing.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is being chased by that gang, Fender's gang. He's got the girl that has been with him. He's got her slung over his shoulder. He's running through these sewers. He dumps her to the side. The big muscled up dude is stalking them.
Yep.
You got this scene where, like, you see this guy stalking up. It's like this. It's really dark, and he's like in this water. And you see Van Damme. He's just like doing this like fucking Zen like.
Yeah, you think he's like gathering his sheep.
Yeah. And then it pulls back, and he's like doing the splits in between these two walls, like up high, and he's right above the guy.
Comes down, stabs the shit out of him.
Stabs the fuck out of the guy. Fuck, I love it. Fucking love that shit. I love it. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh yeah, previous to that scene, you find out his stepdaughter is part of the gang with Fender.
So the girl that had the barbed wire,
ended up going off with him.
Fender made him his bottom bitch.
Yeah.
She's like his woman now, and they're like recognizing they're like, oh,
you're the one that tried to kill let us die.
Yeah. Her name's like
Helen.
Helen.
Helen. I think it was Helen.
Helen.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I guess she had the most conflicting stories because she didn't really fight throughout the whole thing, except like towards the end, whenever she kind of fought.
Well, yeah. So there's a big fight between Van Damme and the gang. And I gotta point out, like, the location. I love the locations, like these abandoned warehouses out in the forest.
Yeah.
It's got a very good sense of the post-apocalypse. You've got these areas that are just overgrown with forest, but a lot of concrete, a lot of pipes.
Yeah.
Great sense. And apparently it was all filmed in North Carolina.
Definitely. I have to backtrack.
Okay.
So, Fender takes the Cyborg up in New York, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they go to this town.
Yeah.
Kills everybody there except one chick. Takes a boat.
Yeah.
To go to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow Van Damme and the other girl still just walks down. They just walk down ahead of the boat. You got somebody coming from New York down that way and walking. I don't understand how Van Damme got
They
ahead
took
of
the
them.
shortcut through the wasteland.
No.
When I'm on a roller coaster, do I question the loop? No, I just
This
ride on the
wasteland
loop.
just brought together.
Do I question how I went upside
more
down?
of the U.S.
No.
on the inside?
I just go through the loop. Sometimes, Patrick, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't get it.
They took the shortcut through the wasteland, and they got there first.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Let it go.
It's my qualms.
Learn to let go.
I let go and enjoy the ride for what it is, but I still just... That part was the thing that bothered me the most. Was like, how is somebody going in the ocean, just
what if
going slower?
What if he was on, let's say,
mountains.
He was on the Hudson River,
Yeah.
had to go all the way around over here,
Uh-huh.
had to get out on the ocean, they go down, and then they cut straight down.
You're going
I'm not a
through
geographer. They didn't go through mountains. They went through a wasteland. There's no mountains.
This wasteland
Appalachians are
destroyed
to the west. There's no mountains. The Appalachians to the west. There's no mountains.
You're in the Appalachians.
No, you're not. The Appalachians are to the west. Man, I've driven through all that shit. There's no fucking mountains.
You drove, but
They
they're
went
walking
south.
to Atlanta.
One, the Cyborg got her shit in New York,
Right.
but there's no indication that that's where their walking journey
Oh, that's where it
starts.
came from. Okay.
There's no indication that that's actually where it could have been much further south. They had to take they had to go the long way around by boat. Okay.
Okay. I accept that.
So thank you, for God's sake, thank you.
Still feel like they implied this started in New York,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
which would make more sense now that he took the family out of the city, and they were at the house.
Yeah. Well, there's no telling where that.
Yeah, well,
Nobody
no
knows.
idea. Yeah.
Anyway, let's
Okay,
get.
yeah.
I want to get to. I want to get to the final fight.
Uh-huh.
Van Damme catches up with Fender. They're at it. They're in Atlanta. They got a big fight. I fucking love this fight. It's so 80s. It's a lot of like yelling and just slow kicking and punching.
Yes.
And honestly, dude, I'm serious. I still think this is one of the best villains ever. The guy looks like a demonic psychopath. He just screams.
Oh, yeah,
Fender. He's got like a knife in each hand.
Yeah, they're all flexing and screaming
They're
at
just
each other.
ripped as shit, and they're screaming, and it's raining. Everything's blue. There's just blue light everywhere. It's just
Fires everywhere.
Just
storming.
just
Lightning.
the way they just wail on each other, and the dude he's got these like crazy blue eyes, and he just looks like a fucking monster, and you feel like he's unstoppable. Like he has that presence of there's nothing that Van Damme can do to stop this guy, and even when he thinks he's beaten him, he comes back.
He stabbed the dude and like here.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's done? Nope. Dude's back up, fighting him. They're going through walls and shit.
Yeah.
And then finally, Van Damme does
Screaming.
the roundhouse. It's a roundhouse kick, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Roundhouse kicks the dude back into like a meat hook.
Yeah, hook.
And
Hooks him.
that's what got him.
Gets him with a hook.
Yeah. And they finally get to Atlanta and the CDC, and Cyborg's back with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was the girl's Cyborg's idea to become a cyborg. I'll say
She volunteered.
yeah, she volunteered. And again, it's one of those things of going back to the stop motion, actually using real stuff. Looked cool with the surgery scene.
Yeah, it looked creepy.
Yeah.
Weird. Like, because there's a point where she takes off, like she peels her hair off,
To show she's a cyborg.
and
to
you
Van Damme.
can see the machinery in her head.
Yeah.
And it's stop motion.
That part looked kind of cool until they just left her just looking at people.
She's
It
like-
just weird. It just looked weird there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But no, the surgery and then taking the hair off, that was cool. But just the whole part, it's like, we're just going to get some expressions from her. That just looked too weird to me. But yeah.
All right, let's go to scores.
Yeah.
So for me, so post-apocalyptic setting, great action, great villain, great. I mean, Van Damme is great in this movie. This is all the way. This is a 5 for me. I think this is one of Van Damme's best movies, and this is one of the best post-apocalyptic movies. People that shit on this movie, fuck you. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. You're
The only one
completely
you
wrong.
should be shitting on is the second one, apparently.
The second one's not great. But this is a good fucking movie. It's well shot. It's beautiful. They did what they could with what they had. Apparently, it was like the budget was $500,000 for this movie.
Can't tell by the opening credits.
You can tell by the opening credits.
Yeah, the credits itself. You can tell.
I love this movie. Obviously for me, 5 buckets all the way. If you love post-apocalypse, if you love Jean-Claude Van Damme, watch this movie.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I enjoyed it. Still have an issue with the boat and then walking through the wasteland.
The boat. That's the one that
I just can't. It won't go away. I don't understand how somebody in a boat going down.
I told you
this way.
it could have gone around this way.
Why? I just don't.
It could have gone around this way.
I guess.
I mean, geography. You could just go around this way.
But why would you do that?
Because water. Because if you're in a river,
goes up and then back down when you're north.
that is how. I mean, rivers don't just run in straight lines. I mean,
I know, but
I mean,
they were like
they
on
don't-
the ocean.
they don't.
They were on a sandy beach in the sea.
Watch again, and you can see land in the distance.
I'll take you up on it. If I don't see fucking land, I swear to God. Swear to God.
Or you fight to the death.
Yeah, just like Fender and what was it?
Gibson Rickenbacker.
Yep.
Gibbs.
Yep. All right. 4. Well, an average would be 4.5.
4.5.
Yep.
4.5 for No More Popcorn. That's a solid score.
Yeah.
It is a very solid score. It's not as high as it should be, but it's a solid score.
All right. Well, let's not let your wings get cold.
No, let's not do that.